my colleagues, I can call them my leaders, our chief administrator, as well as our CEO of the NNOC, but equally to all the coaches. I enjoy speaking to coaches. I'm a former coach, and the title doesn't leave you, so you remain a coach. The same as the His or Her Excellency, not to compare us, but that title doesn't leave you. You remain there, right? And I think the life of a coach is a very unique one. I see many familiar faces as I'm talking to you. My brother in his Dortmund jersey, they're at the back as well. So we've walked the journey. And I think this morning, I had a couple of notes here, but I wanted to maybe just share my quick story of being a coach. And I'm almost certain it will resonate with many of you. You'll say, that's true. So I started coaching quite young. I was still in high school. And for me, it was a means to make some extra pocket money. So I was coaching at the Holy Cross Convent. I coached there, I think it was probably the Bambinos, under 7, under 9, somewhere there, youth teams. And you got paid per session. So imagine I was still a high school learner and I was getting some pocket money. Who wants to say no to some pocket money, right? And fast forward, I was fortunate to travel overseas. They call it a gap holiday back then. I don't know if we still have the same thing now. I'm talking about 2004, 2005, right? And came back at 19, just 1 year, traveled, got, I don't know, exposure. Came back and I still thought maybe I can be a footballer, but I realized I'm not that good. So I realized I'm going to fully focus on coaching. And at 21, I was the head coach of Ramblers. And Ramblers was still a Premier League side back then. So for me, it was an honor to be, I thought, quite a young head coach of a Premier League team. I got fired, as all coaches do. You're not a coach if you don't get fired, right? And we were third. And I'll never forget, we were playing at Samyoma Stadium. It was raining. Atilim Baha was, I think, the goalkeeper coach of African Stars now. He was my keeper, but he's a little bit, the hearing isn't so great. And there was an error, and we lost 1-0 to Civics. But I knew if we didn't win that game, I was going to be fired. As a coach, you know this thing, right? So in the changing room, that's how it went. But one of my proudest moments as a coach was winning the league with Coach Bobby Samari, where we won the league with Tigers. And then I converted into administration. And from there, we're administrators. But I think the messaging Coach Leto Hamola said it best. He's not here, right? Yeah. He said, we need coaches to remain coaches. We can't have all coaches become administrators. It's the truth. So it doesn't mean with lots of experience, you then automatically transition. Of course, experience gives you wisdom, you have insights, etc. But we need coaches that have 10, 20, 30 years experience. And the life of a coach, so when I was coaching a team called Young Ones, I don't know if any of you are familiar. Yes. And so the funniest story, it was, I think we were first division at the time, if I'm not mistaken. We used to train at David Besaidenout Field. Yeah. But the slot was only 9 p.m. Okay? That's when we had the field available. So we trained until 10:30, and my father had a little bucky, and then I would use his bucky, and we'd take the players at 10:30 after training, and we'd drop them by the few stops, big shops, all the various stops that we know. And I'd get home probably close to midnight. But we didn't complain because we were fully vested, and we wanted to be successful as coaches. I can tell you many stories. Sitting at the hospital late at night with a player with a broken leg. You don't leave your player, you sit with your player. That's what a coach does, right? So I think today is not telling you only about my journey, but I think it's appreciating yourselves as coaches. I was fortunate to address Zambezi, Kavango East, Kavango West, just the coaching community a couple of months ago. And the idea behind that is we wanted to understand what are some of the nuances, what are the real fundamental challenges. And what was quite unique, I think we have close to 60 federations in country, sport codes, right? Yeah. When we went to those 3 regions, and I addressed quite a number of people, and some, I think in Enana, there was more than 100 coaches that came. We only counted about 10 to 15 sport codes that were active in those regions. But we have 60 sport codes in Namibia. And those were the realities that we found. So it clearly meant that access to sporting infrastructure is a limitation for more sports to be played among young people. Yeah. So today is really just, and then I was told that there are 57 of you. Is that accurate? I don't know, I have 57. 50 odd. But I'm also told if you were 300 odd, you would also be 300 here today. Yeah. come sucking that number, I was told that you were clearly oversubscribed, and that meant that many people would have wanted to sit where you're sitting. So I think as the first cohort, it's not only a privilege, but really you should don't take it for granted. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And really, I don't want to see 50% of you all becoming chairpersons and administrators. There's nothing wrong with being an administrator, but we want coaches to remain coaches, right? In all the sport codes that you're part of. I'm sure if I put hands up now, I know there's some netball here, I obviously know there's some football faces here, but we want to see table tennis, we want to see boxing. The picture at the back has many sport codes. Cricket, of course.
Exactly.
No, don't start with So I think today, colleagues, I call you colleagues, I still go by coach. My colleague in my office, I gave them strict instructions. I'm only referred to as coach. I don't want honorable. If you insist, you can say honorable coach. If you're my comrade, you can say comrade coach. Right? But the life of a coach is one of being a servant. And that's the sort of leadership style that I'm trying to, be mindful of, servant leadership. And again, a coach is someone that sacrifices so much, in my view, more than almost any other occupation. But I'm biased as a former coach, right? So today, and I'm informed for the week, you're busy. I was told there's nice videos of you guys rolling on the ground and all these cool stuff. So hopefully, time permitting, hopefully, not to overcommit myself, but maybe I can come back and see a practical session. We steal time here and there. We find ways. Lenny helps me. But really just to say thank you. Because I'm sure that every single one of you in this room have coached for free. Possibly still coach for free. And I know that you did not get into coaching to make money. And I had the dream of becoming a serious coach. I was very fortunate. There was the NFA C license. Klaus Stärk was the technical director at the time. And they said that person that comes first will have an opportunity to go to HENEF to do the UEFA B almost equivalent license. And I made sure that I came first. And so then I was fortunate, I had the opportunity. I went to Germany and I did my coaching badge for a couple of weeks. For those of you that know the Malawian legend, Patrick Mabedi, he was my roommate. And it was him that told me to get married to my now wife. She must thank him, right? But again, even then, when I was in Germany as a coach, I still wasn't being paid back home in Namibia. And so I think the story I'm trying to tell is that if you fully focus and you put all your effort in, the fact that there's a degree next year, that's something that many people didn't have an opportunity. Almost all of you here, that's no longer youth over the age of 35. We never had that opportunity, right? But it's never too late to start and to qualify, to get that qualification. So the opportunities are here. And also, if you're a really good coach, this should be your stepping board to coach outside also. I'd love to see Namibian coaches coaching internationally. And it's not to say we don't need you here. We need you here. But what's stopping a Namibian coach from coaching in Europe or in North Africa, wherever it might be, right? So, Chief Administrator, CEO, the Commission, the Coaching Commission. I love that. Please let this not be my last time to engage you. Next time, let me come and share some of my own skills. I think there's still a few ideas that we have in mind. So I'd be very happy to share more. But this morning was just to come and greet you all. And so I say thank you very much for your service. You are appreciated. Thank you. On my 10 microphones.